So this is the end. I will just take 5 minutes to give some closing remarks. I'm asked to do that. So some observation about the two last days. We've seen, I think, more innovations in the past year than in the last 5 years, previous years in innovations. And why? Maybe because, well, the EU Accessibility Act is really coming now, so people really stress to do something good. And also because the AI innovations are so crazy that we've got many things that are now available that were not last year, so we can benefit from them. Another observation, we see a real convergence between the needs of users with and without print disabilities, and Lindsay insisted on that about audiobooks, but it's true for everything. It's true for EPUB, books, audiobooks, comics soon, and reading apps. And we see everything coming in the same way. So the world of remediation and the world of book production, standard book production, they are really converging, which is great. EPUB 3 is king. We didn't speak a lot about accessibility of PDF during the 2 days for many reasons. And the one I keep is that PDF are not accessible. But still with limits. Comics in EPUB, work to do. Annotations in EPUB, work to do. But that's good. We are tackling that now. I've seen another problem. Inputs from forms in EPUB to be stored, to be exchanges. We didn't speak about that so far. Really, this is something that we have to tackle soon. We see the rise of web publications in production. So it was we see what is happening at Hachette, very interesting. We see what is happening in Brazil, very interesting also. Everything we can imagine that the standard can be used as pivot format and can be exported as EPUB, PDF, whatever. So which is also great. We see a use of human supervised AI, use of AI. So AI is used a lot, but with care, which is also good news. It's used for remediations of old ebooks. It's used for the creation of new ebooks, and it's used on the client side, as we have shown yesterday. So it's used at the different segments of the flow, which proves that it's really important. So, and we have shown during today's also the importance of open source. So I will just finish with some slides. You know this one. Open source, so made by some random person in Nebraska. I will add that people don't put open standards there, but they are still there, below the surface, below the open source small vibe-coded stuff made by somebody. And so we need open source, we need open standard, because we want to defend ourselves against monopolies. We want to adapt to specific needs, and we want to evolve quicker. And so 3 big reasons to adopt open standards and open source. Something else that can be interesting, Control F, no, Control F, okay. You see my slide, that's not what I wanted. Where is it? Clear, voilà, it's there. The treadmill effect. We, as open source developer, we struggle, you need to know that, because you see the maintainer here is running against the evolution of operating systems, evolution of development frameworks, evolution of all the open source dependencies made by other guys in Nebraska. And so we spend half of our time running after evolutions and making new evolution upon these evolutions. So this is a race, and this is a very complex race, I can say. And to, again, there is this race, it's a fact, but we still need long-term sustainability for open source and open standard. So open standard, it's long-term. Long-term because we need standardization bodies, they are international, we need to speak English, it's time-consuming, it can be expensive. To participate in W3C is expensive. So we need teams to really be involved in that. We need open source software with a stable team of experts in the field to have some quality. But to have a stable team, you need stable revenues. To have stable revenues, you need a stable revenue model, which is quite complex in the open source world. You also need adopters that can deploy what you make easily, and you need contributors. And this is awfully difficult to find contributors. So contributors need to be welcomed. They need to be confident, so we need documentation. It takes time. And there is this, what is called the experience hurdle, because our software, open source software, is still complex. Web-coded or not, it's complex. So people feel, when they come in our world, they feel overwhelmed. So it's a new difficulty. Still, to have something stable on quality, we need to create a virtuous circle. So this is what we have found as a virtuous circle in EDRLab. On the left, we've got membership fees. Members are welcome. We have public grants from national, European, why not American grants? They are welcome. And we have to offer services. So at EDRLab, we have services because we have some evolutions of our software that are benefit for grants from users. For example, the print PDF capability of Thorium has been offered by one of our members, Casalini Libri. And we manage the Readium LCP DRM ecosystem, which brings us some money. And what do we do with this money? We have a team, and the team delivers open standards, open source, free products, cooperations, and communication. So it's, people sometimes say, why should I be member of EDRLab? What do I gain? You gain everything that is on the right, even if it's a bit indirect. Now it's time for lunch. The lunch until 14. If you are still there, then at 14, we've got the EDRLab general meeting. Even if you are not a member of EDRLab and you have nothing to do and you have already looked at the book of Kale, you can come, you're welcome. And I will just finish by a quote from somebody about open source. It's Becca HW from Open Source, who said, open source is messy, complicated, and it's absolutely essential. It's a beautiful contradiction, a system built on freely shared code that powers trillion-dollar industries. But here's the catch. This paradox isn't a bug, it's a feature. The qualities that make open source so powerful, openness, collaborative nature, ability to evolve rapidly, are the same ones that create the biggest challenges. It's like trying to build a rocket while it's already in flight. Exciting? Yes. Easy? No. That's all for today.